Hello everyone, I'm teacher Janelle, and I just wanted to tell you how I get my day started for a day at VIPKid. So I wake up at 3:30, and by 3:30 I mean 3:30. I do not snooze, I do not try to sneak any extra time in the morning for sleep. I do give myself 10 to 15 minutes for hair and makeup. Today was a ponytail, so that's no big deal. I specifically make sure I have on my dark lipstick. I also always wear eyeliner. I wear eyeliner so my features are exaggerated when I look around and make different expressions. I think that's very, very important, especially when you are articulating or trying to use gestures instead of words to communicate with your student. Besides, I have a shiny face if I don't put some kind of powder on. After I look pretty, I give myself about 15 minutes to get a snack. I don't eat a full breakfast, but I start with a drink. I need a lot of water to hydrate me before I get going because I'm really bad about drinking water on my breaks or even during the lessons. I just don't. So I start my day off with either water and emergency, so an entire cup or an entire water bottle first. Or these suya drinks, or suja, I don't know how to pronounce it, but they are so good. And then I'll have a small breakfast, so a yogurt with fruit or maybe a nut bar and a piece of cheese or something like that. Just something that I can work on. And so by the end of my teaching, I'm not a starving, hangry maniac. I try to drink 1 cup of coffee before I start my lessons, and then I try to have 1 cup of coffee here with me for in-between sneaky sips. And plus, I use it as a prop. This one is a Star Wars cup. That's cool. Once I've had my snack, I come on up, turn my lights on. I do have a few light bulbs that take a while to warm up, so I make sure to get those on right away. I check online to see if any changes have occurred in the schedule. I check and see that I have my props ready, although I usually have them all lined up. I set it up about a week in advance, so if you see here, I set up all my props for each day, 1 basket for the whole day. I used to do 1 basket per lesson, and then as I become more familiar with the content, I just know everything I need is right here, and that's enough for today. Oh, super important, I forgot to mention, I also pull up my notes on Evernote. I use the Evernote app to keep track of my students. I always have, even teaching adults, and I love it. Oh, you can put tags on students to keep track of if this is a student or maybe it's an admin note. I have student notes for every kid, including a picture. If I take a screenshot from a lesson, I have a picture of them in my notes. And then I have admin notes, like the notes to the parents if there's a tech problem. I have a list of questions for getting to know them or would you rather games. And that's worked for me. So when I type in today's date, it opens up all the students from today, and I can set it up a week in advance in just a few minutes, and I really love it. I'll have to make a separate video on why I choose to keep all my notes in Evernote. It's the best. And then the next thing I do is I'll go online and I will open each lesson and turn on the materials. So that way when the student arrives in the classroom, they see the intro screen for their lesson. They don't see a blank waiting screen. I don't use a PowerPoint introduction. There are teachers that do, and they're so cute. Then I will go into my first lesson of the day. And usually at this point, I'm about 10 minutes to the start of the lesson. And then I'll turn on Pandora to Disney princess songs or Star Wars music, depending on who the student is. And I'll leave my headphones down and let that run, so that way when that first student comes in, they get that music to warm them up, and sometimes I watch them dance, and sometimes they sing along, and they just have a great time. I think it's a nice added touch. I use my extra time, if I have any, for preparing for my lessons if there's a change, or maybe there's a new student that's added in, or for something I might do last minute. For example, this morning, I decided I had to have these Would You Rather cards. I've tried these Would You Rather cards before with no pictures, and my little 2s and 3s, they just can't do it. So I saw these on one of the other teachers' videos and I said I had to have them. So I found them on the VIPKid props and videos group in their drive, and I had to have them. And they worked today. They did. So I printed those this morning in my 10 extra minutes, as well as the What Did You Do Today card from VIPKid Christina. Thank you, Christina. I am basically ready to go unless I got distracted and was cutting out more props. And then I'm on time to my first lesson at 4:30. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.